Hello and welcome to the Cheltenham Exchange. As always, I'm joined by our stalwart Alex Galpin. Alex, how are you, sir?
Yeah, very well, thanks, Ian. Looking forward to the season starting properly.
Excellent. And as you can see, we've got Grade 1 winning trainer Jamie Snowden with us. Jamie, how are you?
Hi, and yeah, very well. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
Excellent. Thank you, Jamie. So first of all, we're just going to go through a bit of your background and your history, so to speak. We'll do some quick stable tour, quick discussion about your horses and maybe what they'll do for the season. And then Alex has got some quick fire questions for you to put you on the spot. Are you ready?
Lovely. Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with your last season. So I've got here you had 62 winners and made over £800,000 in prize money. So that was a good season for last season. Was that like your best season so far as a trainer?
Yeah, thanks, Ian. Yeah, it was a brilliant season. Obviously, thrilled to bits with that. Yeah, it was a great season. I think really, I suppose over the last 5 or 6 years, we've been lucky enough to continue to build on what was a very good sort of base, really, I suppose. And each of the last 5 years, we've bettered the previous year. So yeah, it was another record-breaking year last year. Obviously, great to get plenty of winners on the board, plenty of prize money, and obviously to win that Grade 1 at Aintree was fabulous.
Excellent. And something I noticed, I was watching some footage with Old Gold Racing, and something I never knew about yourself was that you had an upbringing in Africa. Was that your dad worked out there? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, Dad worked out there for many years, and I was brought up over there. Really, came back to school. My sister and I came back to school over in England, but yeah, Mum and Dad carried on living out there for a bit. We'd head back on holidays and this, that, and the other. So yeah, it was a great upbringing. But yeah, we're very lucky.
Excellent. And just a bit about the Military Gold Cup. I've got that you won on a horse called Folly Road. I'm guessing that the connection with Folly House that you're in Lambourne. And something I didn't know is that you trained with Paul Nicholls for the second ride. Is that correct? Like the following year that you won?
Yeah, so I was I obviously I was riding in point to points a lot as a child, and I went off to I got a scholarship from the army to go off to university. So I did a agricultural degree up at Newcastle, and then I went to Sandhurst, which is the officer training academy at Sandhurst, and from there, it's a long story, but yeah, I managed to pick up a spare ride in the Grand Military Gold Cup that year, and so whilst the rest of my platoon were in the gas chamber, coughing and spluttering and crying with all the sort of gas chamber training, I was off riding a horse called Folly Road in the Grand Military Gold Cup at Sandown, and yeah, he happened to win, which was great. So went off to have a drink in Windsor Royal Lodge with the royal family, and then back to Sandhurst in the evening, and yeah, it was a quite surreal day, really.
And how was your start with Nicky Henderson in regards to like, was you like an assistant trainer or just part of the training team like before you went on your own in 2011?
Yeah, so we obviously I did a short service commission in the army, so I did 1 year at Sandhurst and 3 years in the army, and whilst I was in the army, I managed to get a bit of time off to go and work for Paul, and I spent a year basically down at Paul's as his pupil assistant amateur jockey, and I had a wonderful time, obviously riding lots of horses for him and pointing, and then he very kindly got me the job at Nicky's when I left the army. So I went up to Nicky's and had 4 years up with him at Seven Barrows as his assistant trainer and amateur as well. So I had a great time up at Nicky's, and then set up training myself soon after.
Excellent. And talking of training, I obviously need to ask about the dancing, the racing come dancing. Are you just doing yours? Obviously, it's a charity event for racing welfare. I should say that. How is that going? And are you at I think it's the Newbury event, is it? 6th of November. Is that the one that you're going to be involved with, or are you at York as well?
No, just the Newbury one. I think okay. It's Sunday the 2nd of November. Yeah, the grand finale. Yeah, it sounded quite a funny idea when my arm was twisted to do it. I sort of thought it was quite entertaining and quite comical, but 3 lessons in, and I'm rather thinking it's a little bit daunting now, to be honest with you. But no, we should have a lot of laughs, and it's for a very good cause. So it's yeah, if you haven't donated already, please do, and yeah, we should have a lot of fun.
Excellent. Okay, so we're going to go into the stable tour, Jamie, if that's okay. And we're going to start with, when I asked about questions about your horses, this horse was the most asked about, and it's Garlaw. Currently got a chase mark of 155. Now I've been asked, obviously you're the man to know, will he go to the Charlie Hall? Will he go to the Coral Gold Cup? Will he go Paddy Power Gold Cup again? I don't know if you'd be able to maybe let us know like a map of where he potentially could go.
Yeah, so he's obviously been a star for us over the years, winning the Rising Stars down at Wincanton during COVID, and then he missed a year, but he came back and he won the Paddy Power on his second start back. And actually last year, obviously he won a nice £100,000 handicap at Cheltenham in January 24. And he came back last year. He was actually second in the Paddy Power last year, off a £15 higher mark than he won it 2 years previously. So it was a cracking effort last year. He didn't win last year, but he ran some really lovely races, third in the Oaksey Chase as well. And he's ended up a pound higher than he started last year, which was slightly frustrating in terms of a handicapping point of view. But yeah, I think we'll step him up to 3 miles. He's a little bit older, a little bit wiser now. So we'll step him up to 3 miles, I think, for the Charlie Hall. And then we'll have another crack at the Coral Gold Cup.
Excellent. At least not in any particular order, Jamie, so I apologise in advance. The next one I've got is Admiral Stewart. They was second in a novice hurdle at Ayr. It seems to me that he could do a bit of soft ground. Is he going chasing? So I think he's got a mark of 122 at the moment.
Yeah, he bolted up on his hurdling debut down at Fosslass on very deep ground. He tried to give away a penalty up at Ayr to a horse that ended up winning a Grade 2 at Kelso and finishing fourth in the Grade 1 at Aintree. So it was a fairly good performance in trying to give £7 to that horse. He's, as you say, he's got a mark of 122. Yeah, he's going to go novice chasing this year.
Excellent. Next one I've got is Idywood. Let's have a look here. Chase mark of 127. Couple of wins at Ludlow in March, I think it was. One last week at Uttoxeter, won a Class 3. Yeah,
that's right. He's been a legend really over the years, winning a bumper, a couple of novice hurdles. He was placed in a couple of graded novice hurdles, won two novice races last season. But he's probably he's a handicap hurdler as opposed to a handicap chaser really. And we utilised that mark back over hurdles. He was our first winter runner of the new season, and he won well last week. He's going to go to the Silver Trophy down at Chepstow.
Excellent. Another horse that, again, when I asked about questions, this is a horse that come up a lot, was Gitmaker. Fourth in the Grand National Trial at Haydock last year, and running the Kimura as well. Got a chase mark of 133. Any potential plans for the coming season for Gitmaker?
Yeah, he's been another star for us over the years. Prolific winning hurdler, very good novice chaser. Ran in the Kimura, obviously finished second to a certain horse called I Know the Way You're Thinking, who happened to be running in a handicap that year, and obviously came out and won the Gold Cup last year. So slightly franked the form. Shows what a tough job we had in the Kimura that day. But he finished second, pulled a long way clear of the third horse, and he would then finish third in the Scottish National. Last year it didn't really happen for him. Obviously, it was so dry last winter. We never really had the soft ground. He loves soft ground. He's going to go for the Welsh National this year.
Ah, excellent. Because that was the question. Said will he go for the Welsh National? But no, perfect. Okay. Next one is one of your racing club horses, Handle the Kettle. Won a Class 2 handicap at Worcester in July. Currently a mark of 126 over hurdles.
Yeah, he was a very good novice hurdler last season, winning a couple of times, and he's really developed into a proper handicap hurdler through the summer. So he's going to have the winter off, and he'll come back next spring.
Excellent. Next one is Hollygrove Cha-Cha. Won the Jane Seymour in Sandown in February. Hurdle mark of 126, as I unfortunately pulled up in the mare's novice at the festival.
Yeah, so obviously she was a very good bump horse. She won a couple of times, and she won three of her novice hurdle starts last year, including as you say, the grade 2 Jane Seymour, a race that's been very lucky to us. I think we've won it 3 times in the last 5 years. She was second in a listed race down at Taunton as well. She loves soft ground. Obviously, it dried out in the spring at the Cheltenham Festival, and she didn't really appreciate 2 miles on quick ground at Cheltenham. So. But yeah, she's going to go novice chasing this year. She's been jumping great, and 2.5 miles on soft ground would be perfect for her.
Excellent. Now on to your Grade 1 winner, Julius the Pictons, won the Sefton at Aintree, but I believe may have an injury. I don't know if you could give us an update.
Yeah, so he picked up a niggle up at Aintree when he obviously won that Grade 1. So he's just having a bit of time out. Remains to be seen whether we come back later this year or whether we give him the whole year off and come back the following season to go novice chasing. But yeah, he's a very good horse. He won a couple of novice hurdles and then was third down at extra in a listed race before obviously appreciating going up to 3 miles and winning up at Aintree. So great day all around, and obviously he's owned by the Garlaw team. So yeah, we certainly know how to celebrate that.
Excellent. Next horse I've got is Lawrence Bay, won the Class 1 handicap at Sandown in March over 2 mile 4, currently a mark of 129 over hurdles.
Yeah, so he won a bumper the year before. He was a point-to-point. He finished second in the point-to-point. He came to us. He won a bumper on his only start that season. Last year as a novice hurdler, we were campaigning him mainly over 2 miles. He won and he's placed a couple of times, and then we stepped him up in trip in the EBF final, and he came late and fast and won the EBF. And that's always a race synonymous with 3 mile chasers. You know, the likes of Mini Clouds win it. You know, proper 3 mile handicap chasers, and you'd like to hope this chap can follow in their footsteps. He's going to go novice chasing this year.
Excellent. Another one of your stars, Wendigo, won the hurdle race at Ludlow and Wetherby, second behind the New Lion in the Cello, and obviously a great run at the festival. Current hurdle mark of 143. So maybe one of your ones to go chasing next year, Jamie?
Yeah, he'll definitely go novice chasing. He's another one. He won a couple of bumpers and 2 novice hurdles last year. He was second, obviously, as you say, in the Grade 1 Chalet behind the New Lion. And he was very unlucky in the Albert Bartlett. He was 5th that day, only beaten for 3rd by a length or so. But that only tells half the story. He almost got brought down at the second last. Gav was lucky to stay on and lost all momentum. He then rallied, and as I said, he was only just beaten for 3rd by a length or so when he finished 5th. But kind of cost it. So he definitely would have been 3rd without that. But really, it cost him any chance of having a crack at the top 2. He's a very talented individual, and he'll go novice chasing this season.
I was at the festival that day. I was cheering him on, and up with Ginger Joe as well. We're both, as you say, when he got hampered, we was a bit bit deflated after. But no, still a fantastic run. What we got next? Hope Rising, been a revelation in the summer, winning 3 times, then finishing second 3 times. Previously a flat horse with Charlie Hills, hurdle mark of 116.
Hurdle mark of 116. Yeah, she was second the last day down at Newton Abbot. She's going to go to Chepstow for the 4-year-old handicap at that opening meeting. Yeah, she's proved a revelation. She wasn't much good on the flat, but she really enjoys her jumping. And
then before we go into the bumper horses, I've got You Wear It Well. Ran in a lot of the Class 1 chases last season. 3rd in the Lady Godiva and in the Lightning Novices Chase. Chase mark of 120 and a hurdle of 130. Do you have an update on
yeah,
that?
She's been a star for us. Obviously, winning at the Cheltenham Festival. She was obviously won the Jane Seymour previously as well. She is in foal to walk in the park.
Oh wow! Didn't know that. So we're going to go into some bumper horses, Jamie. So okay. I don't have as much information with these ones. Next one is Lady. Is it Lady Tadita? Is that you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's right. She won a bumper on debut at Huntingdon, looking very good. And she's jumps really nicely. She'll go novice hurdling this year. She won't be too far off a run actually.
Living on a Prayer. Once in the bumper Weatherbean 2020. This year, it's the Sire's the Dartmouth as well.
Yeah, she's out of a sister to Anything for Love, who won a Grade 2 for us, the Jane Seymour, and she'll be a nice novice hurdler this year.
Kearney Dairy is that there?
Yeah, she bolted up in a bumper in France on debut. Slightly disappointed on a first run for us, but a lot of these French horses just need a little bit of time to acclimatise. She jumps great, and yeah, she'll be a smart novice hurdler. Big beast of a mare.
And the last one I've got is Rebel Tribesman. Bumper winner at Aintree. Was bought for about 55,000 in the spring sales.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he'll go novice hurdling as well. Nice horse for I think he'll be a smart horse by Crystal Ocean. Smart pedigree, smart family. and yeah, he should be another nice horse to get over settling with.
And the last bit for me, Jamie, I've put the section as new signings. So I've got Legendary Luke, who's £100,000 purchased at the Goff Saintry sale, sire of, from Soldier of Fortune and Mo Berry.
Yeah, out of a sister to Native River, who obviously won the Gold Cup, the Hennessy, several Demons, Welsh National. Yeah, stays well, jumps well. Yeah, should be a lovely future staying chaser.
Excellent. Smokehouse, again, was bought at the Aintree sale, £100,000. I've got the progeny including Gaelic Warrior, Quilixios, and Aramax from Maxios.
Yeah, yeah, he's by Maxios, as you say, the sire of plenty of nice horses, and he's had a winning French mare who won on the flat as well. So he should have plenty of options with him. He's got size and scope. He won his point-to-point well, and yeah, he looks a lovely individual.
Sappho's Word, is that the pronunciation?
Yeah,
Correct?
yeah, Sappho's Word. Yeah, Poet's Word by Poet's Word, who obviously won the King George. Yeah, she's a lovely big mare. She's only 4, but she won a point-to-point very impressively, and yeah, I really like what I see of her.
And I had quite a few people ask me about one of your purchases called Senator, €140,000 purchase. I don't know if you could update us on Senator, Jamie.
Yeah, he's had a good holiday. He's just been in the field. I got him in last week, just with all this rain, got him back in. But he's just needed a good break on the back of running in France through the summer. He had a couple of runs where he finished 3rd. Looks a lovely individual. He's a proper jumping bred horse. So the fact that he ran so well in 2 flat races bodes well for the future. He'll go juvenile hurdling this year and could be very smart.
Excellent. And rather than discuss the 2 store horses, what do you know once you've purchased a store horse? What's normally your plan, like going forward? I know if the horse is like 2 or 3, what's normally your plan before they go into a bumper season or a hurdle season? Is there like light training, or what's the sort of thing you do?
Yeah, so plenty of education. So we buy a lot of 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, yearlings. Yeah, we buy lots of young horses and put them into the system, into the rhythm of everything. Get plenty of education into them before they're ready to come into us at Folly House and start away in full training. So we've got a little bit of a sort of a conveyor belt working, and the system seems to work quite nicely.
Excellent. Okay, so that's the stable tour over. Alex, do you want to fire your questions to Jamie? Oh, it's dropped out. Well, I've got a couple of questions for you, Jamie, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay. These are from Liam Firkin, who you might have met with Ginger Joe.
Okay.
He said, apart from the spring festivals, is there a race that you would like to win or want to win?
Apart from at the spring festivals?
Yes. Apart from Cheltenham and Aintree and maybe some of the Irish ones.
Oh, listen, I'd love to win the Hennessy again. That'd be amazing. We did it with That's Right Gino a couple of years ago, and yeah, that's a very special race.
And the other question he put forward is, if you have, or let's say, quote it, a fragile horse, how do you treat the fragile horse in regards to training? Do you do the same sort of training what you do for all your crop of horses, or do you do like a specific set of training for like the horse that maybe is a tad fragile?
Yeah, I mean, listen, obviously it depends. Every horse is an individual, and it's got to be treated as an individual. So as much as we have a sort of system that works, every horse has got to be treated differently and separately and according to their own needs and wants. So yeah, it all varies a little bit.
Okay, Alex, are you ready?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Oh, excellent. Sorry, you pinched one of my questions, Ian, but that's okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Jamie. So, what is your favourite racecourse to visit?
Listen, everyone loves Cheltenham, don't they? It's a very special place.
Okay. Any other sports that you're interested in?
Yeah, I love all sports. Yeah, any good sport, I absolutely adore.
Any football teams or any other sports teams that you're into?
Yeah, Arsenal. Yeah, we're big Arsenal fans.
Okay. Who's your favourite sire?
Oh, good question, Alex. When I was sort of starting out training, obviously presenting, was very lucky to us. He was our first festival winner, Present View. we had a lovely horse called Knight and Coombe, who's by Midnight Legend. He was the first big winner of ours, who won the Summer National when we moved into Folly House in 2011. So he was a very good sire to us, and obviously they were the two really. King's Theatre was another one that we always used to try and buy. So they were the three sires that really sort of got us going, I suppose. But now there's lots of wonderful sires coming through. A lot of French sires, as I said, we're buying a lot of young horses in France, and some of them are by relatively new sires. You know, I think Beaumec Dwell first winners were with us. La Marquise won a bumper, and we've got a couple of Beaumec Dwells now, and Nirvana de Burley, I think his first winner was living at Delage down at Chepstow in England. So plenty of new sires coming through.
Wonderful, thank you. Bit of a difficult one this. If you could take any horse from any yard right now, who would you take and why?
It'd have to be John Bond, wouldn't it?
I think you'd have to say that. Although Ian would be very disappointed. He is Nicky's #1 fan. If you weren't in racing, what would you be doing?
Good question. I suppose I've been in racing long enough, probably unemployable outside of it. But listen, I used to be in the army, so I suppose if it wasn't for racing, I'd probably still be in the army.
Okay. Now imagine you're given all the power at the BHA and you can make one change to racing in Britain. What change would you make?
One change.
Have you got to be political, Jamie, with what you said?
No. But hey, very tricky question. What one change would I do? I don't know, to be honest. So many things I'd like to develop and change. But I suppose my one thing I would try is, from a racing point of view, try and be a little bit more imaginative with the race programming and stop horses from running in handicaps too soon, and allowing horses time to mature and develop. I think you can once you're in the handicapping system, sometimes you're in that rhythm, and that I just think the program forces you into that. And we want to try and incentivize people to want to have better horses, and we want to try and create a program that has better horses, as opposed to forcing you into handicapping. And that's kind of the route I would go. But there's lots of things you would probably change. And tricky question.
I don't think you'd be the only one that would say that about changing the schedule. And then finally, of the horses that are in your yard, who would be your dark horse for the season for people to follow and put in their trackers? If you had to pick one.
A dark horse. There's a lovely horse called Lovable Reprobate that's never run before.
Okay.
He looks to be a nice horse on the way, but he's only 4, so plenty of time with him.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Back to you, Ian.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Jamie, and thank you. Appreciate for coming on and give you your time. Was there anything you wanted to plug before we end the show?
To plug, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if anyone wants to donate to our Racing Come Dancing, that'd be wonderful. But no, just very lucky to have a wonderful team of staff and owners and horses here, and long may the luck continue, really.
Excellent. Okay. Well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you again to Jamie, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Any comments, anything that we've discussed with Jamie about his horses that we may be able to pass on to him after. You'll see a lot of the stable tours coming up in the next few weeks, and also our horses to follow will be coming on shortly as well. So thank you very much, and thanks for watching.